No, I just remembered what part I left on last time. Remember where I left last time?
Vaguely.
Oh, I got the part where I just got the trip mine thing, which is my favorite.
Trip mine is not. I actually use it more in combat than I use it.
That's one of the reasons why it's my favorite, because you can use it in combat to incapacitate 2 people. It's really nice for that. Oh man, there it is, there it is. So yeah, it's up as webbing fun, under the usual name. It sucks that I only get 2 of them as an initial one.
Oh, to the gadgets.
Yeah, that was the
skills or whatever the fuck.
Is that close enough for a ledge perch takedown? Fine, I'll just have to I'm still wearing the bag mask. Should probably change it for this one.
Beautiful.
These guys are just so easy to sneak up on in this part. Can't remember if this is story, I think, so don't. It's not a fortress area. That was far that you just took him from. Whap! Head right into the walkway. You just slammed his head into the walkway for this border. This thingy. Billboard, that's what they're fucking called. God damn.
It's crazy too, because like the further you go along in this game, like it's gonna get fucking wild. Like,
yeah, I remember. But I just remembered Vermont has billboard laws, and there's like not a single billboard in the state.
Really?
Yeah. When I went out to New Mexico, I was like,
sleep it off.
Where are all these billboards coming from?
Yeah, because they were blocked. It was weird because I was driving and every once in a while I'd look over my shoulder and I'm like, oh, that's nice, another billboard. It's like, oh, look, another billboard. It's like, I can't see that gorgeous mountain over there.
Mountains are for bitches. Billboards are for real men.
It's all about that advertising.
All about if your life doesn't revolve around advertising, you're not living your life correctly.
How did I just take this guy from right behind you and you didn't even notice?
Because they're stupid.
Literally didn't see that coming.
All but one of them. Silent.
Well, he's not out here. Better check inside.
Do you have the upgraded perch takedown?
Good thing I stopped this when I did. Blow up half of Manhattan with this stockpile.
Do I?
It increases distance.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of what it does, but I don't know if I have it yet. Which one is it under? What the fuck? Which one is it under? Ah, there it is. Yeah, extended perch takedown. Yeah, I have that. That's an early on one. I got that like as soon as I could, if I remember correctly, because perch takedowns are the best. They're the best.
Huh. Invoice from an auto shop. Pale Horse Rides. That's one expensive tune-up. What else can I find around here?
Wait, how much was that? Oh, I already looked away at it. You can't pick it back up. But
have bases all around the city.
Yay, finally. Now the demon warehouses are unlocked. So I have to finish those guys and the Fisk's ones.
This is bigger than I thought. Looks like the demons have an army.
Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man,
I think there are more words than that.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
So, where are you in the story right now? Like, what is going on?
I'm almost done. The Sinister Six is loose.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're almost done?
Yeah, I'm almost done. Taking him out. I don't have too much further to go.
So, what was your whole
I don't know what
thought
I was
on,
expecting, but it was definitely not this.
what is it? The whole Osborn chemical weapon shit.
Hey, MJ. I think I stopped the demon's attack on Osborn's campaign office.
Nice.
What do you mean?
Red Mist.
No, but I found something
the
we
Red
should
Mist?
look into.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
place called Pale Horse Ride.
crazy. That's what crazy people do, I
Sounds
guess.
familiar. I'll check it out and get back to you.
I did really like the what they do with him and Peter. I think that was actually a really good story that they told, and kind of related those two characters in a way that's better than others.
This is it's like a pretty good game, and it has a great story. It does have a lot of villains, though. I was surprised. Like,
Yeah.
you go through, like, it's not just one big bad guy, and it's not just, like, one big plan. You know,
No.
like, and and it's not like the other ones aren't big. Like, there's, I'd say, in the main game alone, there are 3 main bad guy arcs that you can say are like the main leads. I think it's 3. I'm not counting Fisk, because Fisk is basically tutorial section.
Yeah, he's kind of that early in the game.
Yeah.
Martin Lee, Negative Man, obviously he takes up a good chunk of the game.
Negative
And
Man.
then get into the sort of the Sinister Six section, which is it really sort of ramps up by the time that comes into play.
Oh, it hell ramps.
Like everything goes fucking intense. And then you got Doc Ock. But what actually I really love about the game are like all these little interactions with those other characters and some of the other more subtle Spider-Man characters and things, people who you don't necessarily expect, and I think that's really a lot of fun. I like, you get to fight Shocker, you get to fight him twice in kind of 2 slightly different scenarios.
Yeah.
Black Cat's in the game. There's that one bully who gets zombified in the Rhino costume, and it's like, oh hey, you get to fight the Rhino, which of course, later, you
Yeah.
fight Rhino, but before that was revealed that I was going to get to fight the Rhino,
Yeah,
that was a cool little thing, The little Mysterio section was fun. It really feels like you run into a lot of, characters.
Do you leave the Jonah podcasts on?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're great. The Taskmaster,
His challenges are nice.
cool. Yeah, he's got the whole challenges and things.
And then you do actually.
This has nothing to do with the DLC either. Like, I'm not even talking about anything with the DLC.
Yeah,
Tombstone. Tombstone's another one. He got a whole side arc.
Yeah, Tombstone got his own DLC. Screwball, I think, is in the game, the regular game.
Screwball, main game. Well, I'm talking. Tombstone is in the main game. You get the whole little Tombstone side arc.
Screwball has in one of the DLCs. She's the challenge person. So for each DLC, there's still dodging these guys with the fucking whip while I'm like in the air. They don't shoot like a regular thing.
No, they pull you out of the air.
Yeah, and so it doesn't have.
It's built to neutralize your aerial combat.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed like running into characters like Screwball, and I thought that the Tombstone section was a lot of fun. That felt like this whole game, playing it feels like a comic book. It feels like I'm playing like almost serialized little comic book stories, you know?
Yeah. And
it's
nice that the days change too, and it's sort of like mentioned if you play the
yeah,
like
side missions.
Sorry, I was trying to get these guys a little bit.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, I like the fact that, you know, when you're going through the game and you start doing the side missions, and you run into characters, and you're doing the main missions and the challenges and stopping criminals and stuff, and it always feels like you can kind of segment each section off. Like, okay, this is one issue of Spidey, and then this is another issue of Spidey. They're not all main story stuff. Sometimes you do different things depending on what feels right at the time. And it got to the point where playing this game, I would get calls from Yuri, and she'd be like, hey, this thing is going on in the main campaign if you want to get to here. But what I would find out beforehand would be something to, you know, completely different. That would be like, all right, well, that feels like Spider-Man would take more pressing issue with this thing over that other thing.
Gear your Spider-Man towards.
We might not know the whereabouts of Martin Lee, and maybe this mission is to talk about where Martin Lee is. But right this minute, there are a bunch of kids missing after the Negative Man
I
attack.
dodged that goddamn attack. Why the fuck did it not count as a dodge? I dodged when the goddamn circle came up. I hate with the ones that, like, if you don't do a perfect dodge almost, they don't count. And it's like, but,
yeah, you gotta get that perfect dodge.
But it's like the perfect dodge isn't supposed to be required for every attack.
Did you find Lee?
Or maybe it is.
I found something we should look into.
Oh, I try to get it every time, but sometimes there's like 3 or 5, like,
I'll check it out and get
you know,
back
if you have more than one person going for you at once.
What upgrades do you have right now?
I think I just showed you that.
Oh, you've got the EMP.
These fuckers.
I actually prefer Web Blossom to most of the suit effects in the game. Every once in a while, I'll also use the negative energy, depending on which suit I'm wearing. Which is another thing, like, when I get into the story, I'm playing the game, I change suits every so often. Like, when it felt I reached a new, like, chapter of the game, I'd be changing the suit, try to freshen it up, change the look.
What the fuck? And also, I keep on forgetting that I don't have. I'm in this playthrough, not my other one that's much further, that has, like, quite a few things that, you know, this thing has a knockback in the playthrough that I have. So, when I do it in this one, I expect to knock the other enemies back, and they don't. I'm like, confused. I'm like, what is this sorcery?
Do you have the thing where you can chain finishing moves into 2 enemies?
I don't think so. I don't think I have
That's
that
a good one.
Oh, this is these.
Safety's off.
This is
fucking.
Yeah, the Silver Sable guy.
No. This one's mine. All right. I'm executing.
Because then that's.
And that's another one. Silver Sable. Like, that's a whole new aspect of the game gets opened up once the Silver Sable crew comes in. And I love how much the city changes, like, during the course of gameplay. It's so fucking cool. I'm really looking forward to. I don't even know if this game has a new game plus, but if it does, I'm looking forward to
I
it.
have a visual.
It does have a new game plus.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to new game plus. I love the water texture on the bag.
Yeah. The water texture is amazing in this game. I think the whole saber ship is shit. Like, that is, like, beyond illegal. You know? but
The mayor is Norman Osborn.
attitude.
Illegal doesn't even begin.
yeah.
Then there's the plot with the research stations. There's all the little Spidey token missions, and it's such a great game. I feel like this is probably the most fun I've had with a Spider-Man game, and I've played a lot of really great Spider-Man games. But this one feels like it kind of takes the best qualities of like most of them, going all the way back to the PS1.
Please.
It kind of brings them
This is
The
to
only
the
way
forefront,
it could
and
be
stands
better
on them.
International.
is we could have a
private security
narrator
force.
mode with
Paid for by Mayor Osborn.
what's his name's voice?
Oh, the mayor
I can't
has a
believe I'm
pet army
forgetting
now?
this.
Next time you get in my way, I
Evil
will not
Dead.
be so gentle.
Oh, Bruce Campbell. Yeah, if they brought
Talk
Bruce
later.
Campbell back in the game for like a tutorial section or something.
Tutorial section,
I've always-
a mission, or if he had his own like radio station like JJ, where he just has like
Yeah, that
a
would be
couple of
awesome.
I would be so happy. Oh,
That would be really cool. And then, like, obviously, you know,
something
given the
if you're
timing, it was impossible, but I would have loved the option to have Stan Lee as the narrator in a Spider-Man game.
oh man, yeah.
Because I remember, you know, back in the day, he would do narration for Spider-Man games, and it's just a lot of fun. Really awesome.
So let's see. Do I even have? I do have Web Block. I'll buy it right now. I don't know if I've used that one. All right. So what suit we putting on? I really like this suit. This is such a
The
nice one. Spider Armor Mark II.
the
And I also
yeah,
like the
Spider-
Secret War suit. The Secret War suit's a great one. So
The Spider Armor is cool. I think it's a little too Tron for my taste.
yeah,
The
I like
Secret
it. I like the
War
Tron
suit
one.
is good. I definitely had it on for a little while in my playthrough, but the only thing I don't like about the Secret
looks a little.
The only thing I don't like about the
Aquaman-y.
Secret War suit is just I feel like there's a little too much going on in the design, and I wish they were more consistent with one color. Like pick red or blue, don't do both.
Yeah, I would like if it was like maybe the thing should be like a dark blue, like
Yeah.
not the same shade of blue, but a blue.
Yeah, like
And then it
either
would've-
either
red
make it
pops a
all
little too
blue.
much.
Well, I think it pops because of the blue. It's because
Yeah.
of the effect of the blue.
Yeah, I know, but it's I should be.
I don't know. Do you think it's time for a new suit? Do you think it's time for
Yeah.
to switch up Spidey suit?
We've been at this Bagman for a little while.
Yeah, we've been bagging it for a minute.
So let's see. I'm saying this thing looks like an Aquaman suit. Like this almost looks
Yeah,
like
the
scales.
Fear itself suit.
And then the arm pieces are like almost look like that Atlantean, like
Yeah,
mythical
it does.
stuff.
It looks like kind of. Well, it is. Fear itself was a Ragnarok Thor event, kind of.
Okay.
So it definitely should look a little Asgardian. I've played as Spider-Punk for a very long time because Spider-Punk is a lot of fun. You've got the wrestler suit, which is a fun suit.
Have you watched? Oh, do you know what? I could do the Black Noir suit if you want to do a Nicolas Cage impersonation.
I don't want to get sued.
Why would you get sued? It's just it's parody. It's all good fun. All good
Yeah,
fun.
well, tell that to the internet.
You should definitely use this as a quick break from our sponsors. You know, shout out to the cruise.
You mean we should take the opportunity to perform a station identification break?
Exactly.
Super Game Bros 64, brought to you by the blaring sirens in the background. Blaring sirens, providing justice where none was needed.
Probably not. I live around the corner from a fire station. So,
Super Game Bros 64s would also like to talk a little bit about something really important to the show today. Please get regular butt screenings.
what?
Get your butt screened, kids. It's for science. And a word from our sponsor, Hormel. When you want to fill your body with garbage, eat Hormel.
So what do you think of pursuit? We didn't decide.
Back to the show. I don't know. You should do something. Noir suit's cool. Stark suit is cool.
Spider-Punk is a
Negative
good one.
suit is cool. Wrestling suit is cool. The electric suit is cool.
The electric suit is cool. Do the electric suit.
Electric suit looks. He's got those muscle pads in the electric suit. He's all
let's try Web Blossom out.
I think Web Blossom is about as useful as it gets. Honestly,
early on especially. Later on, I like the electricity because it stuns everyone in that area, and like you can do a lot of things to them in that time. Yeah, and you have all these like
once you start leveling up your gadgets and your web shooters and impact webs and things like that, honestly, Web Blossom is just top tier. I do kind of like this electric suit. Kind of reminds me of the Kane suit.
Okay.
Just another Spider-Man clone. Kane. He's got a similar style suit. I think it's got the black mask with the red body and things.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a setup so that I can keep on. Can I get any of this? Damn it!
Keeping on.
I need more challenge tokens. That can't upgrade yet. Challenge tokens.
Looks like you can upgrade the spider drone.
I probably can, but I can buy it. I don't even have it yet. I'm not gonna get that one because I want this one more. Concussive Blast. Concussive Blast is really good. You use Web Bomb, then Concussive Blast, and the Concussive Blast, when they're up against a wall and they're webbed, they'll all stick to it.
I've told you earlier, but it all happened so fast.
It's okay.
I don't really care for Concussive Blast, actually.
It's
I'm not really into two-tone gadgets. I'm not into gadgets that have to be tag teamed together to make them really effective.
That took a dark turn.
Well, it's
Anyway,
you can use
Sable
them
has
by
the mayor's ear and
itself,
unchecked authority.
but I like
Searched
using
that
it as
address
a
you gave me,
combo
found
so
plenty
that I
of
can
evidence
get
of a bomb plot, but
a big
nothing
group,
that leads back to Martin Lee.
taken care
I'm
of.
working on that.
Web Blossom.
Hey, MJ.
Hey, so I dredged up some
Web
records
Blossom
on Martin
and
Lee's
Concussive
other
Blast.
business holdings. He's got places all over.
Knock 'em all
Alicia
into
thinks
one
she's
area.
toying with me, but I learned something in
Then
each of
Web
these
Blossom,
scenes.
they have to
AMJ.
be closer.
I like Black Cat has so many like little styrofoam food containers that she leaves at her little scope out positions and shit. It's like it's raining,
There you
bitch. Stop! You're being gross. Don't leave
Some
food in the
big-time
rain. It's
lawyer was
gross.
Yes. Also,
Bet she's after his client list.
how
Finding
many
targets.
sleeping
hate
pads
to admit
and
it, but
pillows
she's one
and
smart cat.
bag? Like, she got a lot of gear she leaves behind.
Okay,
What
MJ,
is-
I'm back.
What is this? What's
How's
in
the
here?
research on Lee
It's
going?
like-
Probably
Hey,
just
so I dredged
stole
up
them
some
all.
records on Martin
Honestly,
Lee's other business holdings.
Yeah, because
He's
that
got
is a
places
T.
all
I
over the
wonder
city.
what it's.
Huh.
I wonder who
The
she stole it
locations
from.
line up with a map I found at that shipping business. I'll check them out.
Let me know what you find in
like-
each one,
I've never
and
seen that.
I'll work on
I
building a
think that
case.
You got it. I'm headed to Lee's office at Feast to see if I can learn more about why
No,
he's
I'm not
doing
heading
this.
to Lee's office.
And what he's got planned next.
Okay, say hi to me for me.
if I only had a
She's in danger,
brain.
do you?
What should we take?
No.
care
Let's
of?
do a little.
Lee's
Let's do a
only got
little
one target on
Spidey
his mind.
patrolling. Let's see
Norman
what you got
Osborn.
going on in your missions area. Got some research stations nearby. We could do that.
I don't have any
gotta-
challenge. Oh, that's
Got to
what it
collect
is.
a pigeon.
Challenges aren't unlocked yet. When did challenges get unlocked?
You talk about the Taskmaster.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you got a little ways before you're gonna get those.
Fuck, it's all story.
You
Isn't
got
it?
that
Internet Famous is
Spider-Man PI, which is kind of that gives you 5 or 6 side missions, and then the Internet Famous
is Screwball.
that's Screwball. Yep. There's the Demon Hideouts and the Kingpin Lairs. You got some stuff you
Stable
can do.
control. Need a report of the situation north of Houston. Traffic control point Charlie taking fire from Venus. You both win. Lay down your arms.
If I only had a brain.
Missed another call from
If I only
Doc.
had a steak. A fucking delicious, juicy steak.
I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready.
Fingers crossed,
Like I
Doc.
just threw things at people until I
throwing shit at people is like one of the best tactics in the game. If you hit a motherfucker with a mailbox enough time, then he goes down. Fun fact.
Yeah, that is quite true. I also like how the electricity, you can get it to go to one person.
Yeah.
You get, if you time it right, get enough people in the area.
You just shock them all. It's like the gadgets kind of are meant to offset some of the spider suit powers you might not be using to some degree. The web bomb is similar to the web blossom. The electric web is similar to the electric shock. Kind of like they're not complete replacements, but they do kind of give you some semblance of that ability if you're not using the main suit power, which is cool. It's a good way to do it. You just bashed your shit in.
I want to get my thing that I need to get from him.
You need to heal. There you go.
I was trying to save it to get that second finisher.
Thanks
So I
for
can
saving
get
our
the third
butts,
crime
Spidey.
token.
You're welcome, scary fascist soldier guys.
Uh,
Firefights at military checkpoints. Not quite the New York I remember.
Did you? Yeah, you didn't hear yet. You're welcome, scary fascist soldier guys.
We have a research station to do research in the station. I love how you can see in the buildings. It's been years. It's what I always wanted.
This whole game has been like the Harry Potter game has also sort of been what I wanted for a while.
Oh, it's like an open world Harry Potter game or some shit coming out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I sent it in the chat. I sent the thing for it. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay, be
But,
careful in here, Pete. This station analyzes hazardous chemicals. And basically trying
I
to
so
figure out how to
hope
counteract
that
them
they go
if
full
they ever
RPG.
got out into the world, which
Like,
That's what I heard. It's supposed to be like an open
they
world.
never will.
like I want it to
RPG
be
style.
when you start off the game,
Someone broke in and
you
stole a
go
volatile rocket
around
propellant.
like a
must
little
have
bit,
cracked the
a small
container
like
'cause it's leaking.
tutorial area, which is going
From
to
the
be
timestamp on the security cameras. It just happened.
something.
I need to get it back.
Because it's the 1800s. It's not current time, so
Spider
it
bots
could
are
be
still just
1880
prototypes.
something.
This is a good time
when,
to test one.
Guess
Its
who
sensors can follow the chemical
was
trail.
was it?
Better
was
than
that
me
Hogwarts?
swinging up on the thief. If he freaks out and drops the hydrazine,
I
he'll blow
don't.
up half a
I don't
block.
watch Harry
Gotta
Potter
find a quiet
because
place
it's
to
not.
deploy the
It's not
spider
fun.
bot, where I can hang out and guide it.
Dumbledore.
Okay, little
You're gonna
guy.
have to.
Find where the
Dumbledore was
chemical
there
dripped and vacuum it up,
1890s.
or it makes
Yeah,
someone
okay.
sick.
So what I'm saying is like you could be there while he's there,
Not
which would
only
be
is
cool.
Mini-Me cleaning up the spills, it's leading
sure.
you right to the thief.
But what I want it to be is when you start off, you're in an area and you go to the Diagon Alley, this part where he buys all the stuff,
I know of the alley.
and you get like your books and you have a couple decisions you make there. You know what I mean?
Thieves
And
hiding in
then
crowds.
those decisions.
I'll disperse them with a subsonic blast. Won't hurt anyone, but it's super annoying.
There's a crowd of people here. Let me just fuck with them.
Yeah, just.
Yeah,
Lucky this stuff's only dangerous over a long exposure.
there wasn't
Or
any
if it
poison near
combusts.
them. Like you're not gonna disperse the people that are standing right in the poison.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Harry Potter, he's a hero. Gonna take
So,
pollution down to
after-
zero.
After you make right next to the babies, that's nice.
Yeah.
So after you do those decisions in Diagon Alley and you get your books and what have
End of the
you,
trail.
you go to the train
He's
and
running. Gotta wrap him up with a web burst.
with that you
Now to get the
go,
fuel back.
You know.
Got it. Now I just need to return the
You
fuel
do
to the
Harry
station.
Potter stuff. That's all you had
This
to
little spider bot's
say.
useful.
Sorry,
If I can ever
keep
find a way to
on,
make them cost
trying
effective,
to
they'd be a big help.
think I'm doing this at the same time. Just-
So, like, if nobody sees that guy webbed up in the bush, do you think he's gonna die of starvation?
I think the web degrades before then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think it degrades. Well, that's the part that's kind of bullshit because the webbing is supposed to degrade in about an hour or so, and like he had backpacks webbed across the whole city.
This is one
So
station that was
what
already
happened
earning
there?
its keep. It should be safe from being shut down, especially now that the chemicals are locked away.
Also, remember he had Sandman contained in a vial in that one backpack.
Uh huh. Yeah.
So like the whole ass Sandman was in that vial.
What was left, I guess.
Which is what's left is the whole thing.
Yeah. Can't he make more of himself though? If he can
He can use more sand to reconstitute himself. Yeah. You still got a backpack? Looks like on the west side.
2.
2? Yeah. Yeah.
Make my way towards this backpack and do the research.
The Avengers Tower backpack.
So, after you get on the train, make your decisions, you know, interact with some people, and you can either be nice, be an asshole, be brave, or what have you. Then you do the sorting hat, and the sorting hat makes the decisions of which house based on the decisions early on, and then it'll ask you, like, do you want to override it? Like, you can be great there.
You could be a great Slytherin, Mr. Pooper.
Exactly what I would like, and then you can go, no, I want to be a Hufflepuff.
And then you'll be like, nah, because that's a terrible house.
Exactly.
I don't know anything about that.
Nah, they're all shit. Because they say, so
get into the middle of the Wet Blossom.
Never touches the ground. Hey, what's up? What do you know about Sable International?
They're an international security firm, usually hired by governments to end revolutions. Or start them.
The last thing we need is a city full of trigger-happy mercenaries.
Fucking Web Blossom, man.
Social media's blowing up. They're setting up checkpoints around the city.
Should do the nearby demon hideout.
This is Norman
That's what I was planning
Osborn
on doing after
threatened.
this stuff. Like on the way
Get
back.
to the bag.
Felicia's keeping
Yeah, there's
busy.
2 or 3 things over here that I want to
catching
get.
up.
Because there's the black cat, the bird, and then the bag.
Let's see where she hit this time.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in helping Howard. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, and get the birds. It gets you research tokens, so I just go for it.
Huh.
I'm not the kind of guy that needs research tokens.
She's hitting places full of
So then, yeah, the other thoughts I want to see is like,
she must be working for someone.
are they gonna have
Otherwise, why not
skill
just
trees
steal cash?
in the Harry Potter game?
You know, that's all well and good, but if I cannot decide what genitalia that I have, as I can in Cyberpunk,
Gotta get him.
then come on, guys. Is it even worth it?
But like, if you're a transfiguration student, you can decide what genitalia you want.
I feel like they're probably not gonna put that in the game.
Sorry,
Yeah, let me
spider
just-
emergency.
Web up this guy. Oh, is that another research station that I should buy?
Control, APC Bravo, engaging demon.
This one's an interesting one.
Vaccinate the fish. Everything is green. The world is terrifying and green.
This lab
Now it's
monitors
all
the health of
blue.
marine life. And we've got a bunch of medicine
I
on
guess
site.
everything is fine.
The effects these diseases have, they're just...
So in this one, does Harry know he's Spider-Man?
Any living creature should go through.
Looks like there's a
It feels
bacterial
like
infection
it.
in the fish.
It's like
I better
alluded
take
that
care of
he
it before the food
knows,
supply's
like, 'cause,
contaminated.
like,
Found Found an antibacterial
he's doing all
spray in the
these
lab that
things, you
should
know what I
heal
mean?
the fish.
Like, a lot of
sprayed
these,
over the water.
just,
And
you need to be
fast before people
Spider-Man
start getting
for.
sick.
Yeah, a lot of
First
these
step,
are like,
get
hey,
to
if
the
you're not
dock.
Spider-Man, this is gonna be really
I bet
difficult to
whatever's
pull
in those
off.
barrels caused the problem.
This is
Gotta get 'em out of the water.
actually a research station I haven't done in my playthrough. I haven't done
Just call me
too
your friendly
many
neighborhood
research
garbage
stations in my playthrough.
God damn it! I was hoping I could be close enough to chain it.
Yeet.
We just swim next to these barrels.
These barrels are smarter than some of the guys I usually fight.
So close.
Yeah, I think Ben 10 was a good choice for Spider-Man.
Really? That's why he
Yeah.
sounds so fucking familiar.
Yeah, he's also Sasuke.
I
This is
would
a
not know
perfect
that.
spot
I
to
watch
spray.
it in the dubbed version.
That is the dubbed version.
Or subbed, I mean, wow. I don't watch the dubbed version.
Well, these voices. I don't watch it at all, but I've seen his IMDb page. His name is Yuri Lowenthal.
Now, which Ben 10 is? He's the teenage Ben 10.
Gotta
not
cover a
young
wide
Ben
area.
10.
He's Ben 10. I don't know the difference. He's Ben 10.
Which Ben 10? What Ben 10 is he
He's
credited
Ben
as?
10. I don't know. He's just Ben 10. I can't tell you. I didn't look that hard.
Officials
He said
closed
Ben
out a
10. I
fish,
said, okay,
which is
Ben
good.
10.
There's not
Moving
much for me
on.
to swing from further out. Based on the water currents, there's another area I need to hit.
Gotta get that backpack. You gotta get that backpack.
Lizard's blood.
With this vial of the lizard's blood, I was able to mix up a cure and turn him back into Dr. Connor. Too bad I
Kept a
didn't
little bit
last.
of it, and do you know what that means? Dr. Connor's gonna find it and turn himself back into a lizard.
Back into the lizard. I like the lizard. Lizard's one of my favorite Spider-Man characters.
More barrels. Definitely the source of the bacteria.
Really?
I'll get rid of them.
Yeah, I like the lizard. Lizard's awesome. He's not written very well,
Great thing about
like
barrels,
ever,
you
and that's
shoot it.
disappointing. Because he's just basically the same. It's the same story
Downside is,
every
I don't think
time,
these barrels appreciate my quips.
and it gets kind of stupid after a while. But I do really like the lizard, and I think that the Kurt Connors lizard character dynamic can be used to tell really good and interesting stories. He's also another character who, like, can relate to Peter. Like, that's the thing. A lot of Spider-Man, I think the best Spider-Man villains, like the best of his,
Now back in the water. Alright.
the best of his rogues gallery are the characters that can be related to Peter.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's also
in
why I
some
think
way.
Doc is good. Doc Ock is pretty
All
good
clear to
because
spray.
like he's like this a similar like they're both the scientific mind like
Well, in this incarnation, he's like
Come on,
he's
fishy
awesome.
fishies.
He's
This
it's
is good
it's a
for you.
really wonderful dynamic that they have, and
Yeah.
they build upon their
This is why I
relationship a
never had
lot.
an aquarium.
And there's a lot of really great storytelling between them.
I bet someone calls this
This version of Doc Ock, I think,
Spider-Man.
probably might be my
Water
favorite
pollution.
version of Doc Ock, to tell you the truth. You know, something I didn't like about this game, I will say, is that the Sinister Six. Obviously, you've got Negative Man who has powers.
find a
Electro
spot to
also has
scan my
powers,
finny
but then the rest of the
friends and
Sinister
mix
Six are
them
just
with
dudes in
cures.
suits, which isn't bad necessarily. It's fine.
I'm trying to remember what's his
Oh,
name.
clean. Well, by the
There's one of
standards
them
the
that
doc.
has a suit, but he's also been
stopped an outbreak
enhanced.
before it
He's physically, I
started.
think, Scorpion.
It'll be tough for Oscorp to argue this station.
It doesn't
is a
matter.
clean
He's a
lane.
dude in a suit. But the thing with those is like, which is fine. They are all guys in suits. But whatever, cool.
Yeah.
But like Electro is like the only one of them that has like proper superpowers, along with Negative Man. I should say that Negative Man also has proper superpowers. But Electro has actual superpowers, and yet he still had a power suit. Like, why? Why give him the suit? What's the point? Just let him have a costume.
Oh,
But like
thanks.
even like I
Throwing me
said,
in the
characters
water.
like that, I didn't like characters like Electro and Shocker and Rhino and like a lot of those guys are just sort of villain characters for Spider-Man to fight. Versus somebody like the Lizard, I think, like I said, genuinely there's some interesting storytelling that can be done with that character. relate to Peter. I always found those characters more interesting. Characters like the Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Harry,
I think we should also take a second to do a station identification breakdown, Plug our friends over at anything. Still checking on work every now and then, moving the mouse around.
A station identification break talking about Shigamaro GH Games, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like video game Twitch streams? Well, then don't watch Shigamaro GH Games, because he streams on YouTube. Shigamaro GH Games, the streamer of the new millennium.
We're also on YouTube. The tubes of YouTube.
We're also on YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com/SuperDarkSouls64, but we're going to be changing that name pretty soon. So, also, you should, if you do like Twitch, you should check out twitch.tv/DanTheEnigma. Twitch.tv/DanTheEnigma, bringing you all the best in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memory speedruns.
If you like
also,
Witcher, on our Twitch channel, we are doing the currently Witcher on death difficulty playthrough.
Yeah, Witcher 3.
Yes, Witcher
over
3.
on Twitch, if you want to check us out playing Witcher. We're going to be playing that over the month of September on Twitch. Spider-Man on YouTube, getting that 2-game-a-month thing going on. Let's see, who else do we got to talk about? Our friend Dan Rose, who was on one of our streams recently, is streaming Doom Eternal.
Yes.
Over on his YouTube channel, which is just his name, Dan Rose. Check it out. He's fun. He made the Doom Slayer speak the Ebonic, as he put it. It's a fun channel with a fun host. Let's see. Super Game Bro 64, finally brought to you by Huggies. For when you want to wipe your ass and still feel clean, use Huggies.
Ew,
Back to you, Stinky.
What?
All units, masked terrorists have been identified driving a box truck. Report came in from Clinton. Over.
Nap time. Hi! We can fight, or, hear me out, we could barbecue.
You like that? Just
brisk out
kicked
here.
one guy off the
Better
ledge.
go in.
The other one I punched in the face.
And without further ado...
Off the ledge.
Well, I'm so sick of the webs, like, slapping the guys back to the building. It's such bullshit.
Yeah. And they should go away in an hour anyway, so they'll just fall.
They should go away in an hour, they're just gonna fall to their death.
Yeah. Just in that false sense of hope, they're stuck up there. They're up there for an hour, they get tired,
the first
their
location
like,
on your
arms
list.
going over.
Guess
Do you
what
know what's
I found?
funny? This is almost the
You're
same
delayed
exact
surprise.
warehouse as the
See if
rest
you can
of
figure
them.
out what they're
Why
up
do
to.
they
I'll
all
introduce
look
myself.
They look like so
They're all
similar
very
but
similar.
different. It's like the same lighting. It's like, man, whoever designed these warehouses, they're just oddly planned. I like, how in other games you get sight cones. I don't like that there's absolutely not a single sight cone in this one. At least when you're with him. With other characters, I think there might be. I gotta get that guy before he calls. How did he call? Oh, did they see me? They saw me. Oh, that's right. They got rocket launchers in this one.
Yeah.
Didn't your mom tell you to not use rocket launchers inside? Like, how uncivilized are you, bastard?
Remember, kids, the Babadook is a gay icon.
What? I feel like I've heard that before, but I was not entirely highly aware of it, I guess.
Let's kick it up a notch. Okay, now oh hey, you must be the JV team.
Got him. Yeah, Web Blossom was nice just then.
It tell you, man, it really does come in handy for crowd control. Like, as an AoE effect attacks, as AoE attacks go, it's, honestly, it's really good. I also just love the fact that this is a game where you can swing pallets at someone's head with, like, just terrifying force,
Or
you know?
swing people at other people's heads with terrifying force.
Ah, well, I see that all the time. Here's actually, alright, so one of my favorite things to do, you got that one guy webbed up on that steel racking over there. I love to pull the racking down on top of them once they're webbed up into the racking, they can't get away.
From what I can see, it's more like illegal weapons.
Besides over here.
And this might come as a shock, but I don't think they're really
Oh,
responsible.
they're all up here. I was wondering where they all were.
That guy rocked your shit. Took a lot of health with one punch.
All of you should be dead right now. Because that was a rocket launcher, and none of you are wearing any kind of armor.
Wow. It is a comic book.
It's not that I'm not glad to see more of you. It's... Oh, no, wait. It is that I'm not glad to see more of you. No, I hit. Oh! Gloves off! Like fish in a barrel.
Okay, I need one more web throw. Oh my god.
So many webs around here. Pull down the rack. Pull down the rack.
I don't think there's anyone locked on there yet.
There is one on the one that was downstairs.
Why did you down? Now there's one on this one.
Put it down.
On myself.
Kill him. That guy is super dead.
I don't suppose we could settle this with some fruit pies.
Yes.
Yeah, it's also we haven't had a kill count going on for this one. We had a kill count I think before. Now we don't have one.
Yeah, we also usually do a death count, but I think I've only died once.
Well, we were doing death counts for Darksouls. Spider-Man is the death count is less relevant. Yeah, whole different P, whole different pod. Honestly, like the finishing move kicks them up in the air with enough force that they actually go off the ground, what, 7-8 feet? Then double web face first into the concrete floor. Like that could probably kill you on its own.
Also, I'm gonna go from the top of the wall and do a ceiling punch.
Yeah, the diving punch, super strength, like
swing punch, the pendulum kick.
into a brick wall.
A lot of the times head first because they're already unconscious.
Eventually, you unlock the ability to throw their rockets back at them.
And it's like, they're not armored. Where the fuck did this guy come from? Oh, so mad that didn't work. There it is.
MJ, call the police. I've got the place secured.
Nice job.
Let me get some money
Anytime
for
we
my
can get
rent.
guns off the street, it's a win.
Spider-Man, beating up bad guys, not paying his rent. He doesn't pay his fucking bill. He murders people left, right, and center. He doesn't know, or maybe he knows. He doesn't know, or maybe he knows. Maybe he knows.
Maybe since, like, he has that, like, super healing, we called it. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't heal like a normal person. Maybe he just thinks everyone.
I'm talking about him
that.
beating everyone else to death.
Oh, I know, but like he gets beaten, like Fisk. He should be.
He does have, yeah, no, Peter does have the ability to sort of heal. It's not like anything close to like a Wolverine style healing factor.
No.
He can heal himself faster than like the average Joe.
And you can take much more of a beating than the average Joe.
Yeah, he's much more durable. He does have heightened durability.
How undurable everyone else is. How
that could be true.
How like he's like a block of copper, and we're aluminum foil.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like the Batman bullshit where he's like down to the last punch, I know I could kill you or something. It's nothing that ridiculous.
Bet you're wondering why I'm back in the game. Straight and narrow just got...
Yeah, I wonder why.
Boring. My target number's 50 million. Nice round number, don't you think? But...
Have you finished any of the cat stuff?
I finished all of them. I already have the cat suits.
Yep, have you done her mission?
No.
The DLC for her is interesting.
It is very interesting. I'm not doing any of the DLC until I finish the campaign.
Yeah. Are you gonna get 100% it?
The campaign?
Yeah. Like the whole area. Are you gonna 100% the area before moving on to her?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I think I did 97, and then I had like a couple crimes or something. Like I just didn't feel like waiting in that area to get that one more crime. I was like,
Carmen,
I got more than enough crime tokens.
Do they go away when you open up the DLC, or?
No, you can go back to that map.
I'm not the best person to help with relationship problems.
Here, I'll show you. You just go to this page on the DLC thing, and you can go to either make either one active at any time, and then you go into that area.
It's not like that. I think she's involved with bad people. Rodrigo might be in real trouble. He's scared, but he won't tell me anything.
You got like a phone we could call and talk on this, and then I can go do my thing.
Any idea when he's meeting her next?
Oh, I walked away and it has you walk back. Finger off the stick right now.
Don't worry, Carmen. I'll find out what's going on.
And
Detox center's not far. Carmen just sent me Rodrigo's picture. Let's see if I can find him.
Like, yeah, like you can see the Sable trucks in the street now.
Yeah.
And,
like I said, I'd love the changes to the city over time. The changes to the season.
Have you found the newspaper article stuff yet?
Yes.
They're pretty cool. Like how fast he's going if he just like swings a foot wrong and like, pow!
It's Rodrigo.
Knocks someone the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Doesn't seem like a girlfriend. I'll get a photo and see if Carmen recognizes
just death. Just instant death.
You better not hold anything back.
Why would I? We've got picture gets
out. Do you not see this?
Give me the plans and it won't.
Does no one look up in the city?
Just what I needed.
Very nice. Looks good. Remember, tell anyone about this.
Well, you see, the thing is, in New York, if you look up, a pigeon is going to shit in your eyes.
That's accurate. I forgot about that.
Plans.
Yeah, everybody forgets.
Bigger than I thought. I better follow the blackmailer and find out how big. Carmen, I'm uploading a photo to you. Does this woman look familiar?
No, I've never seen her. What were they talking about?
Blackmail.
Sounds like she's blackmailing him. She mentioned something about plans.
My husband works security at a casino in Atlantic City.
She could be planning a heist.
They cast She-Hulk.
Before I can do anything.
Yes, I saw that, and I'm trying to remember who they cast as She-Hulk. And it's
I'm gonna see where she's
taking
the plans.
I haven't really heard of, but I think they're. I can't remember who it was.
Tatiana Maslany.
It sounds. I think I saw like a picture of them, and I was like, I've seen you in something.
She is an Emmy-winning Canadian actress.
Good angle on this new guy. Looks like it's the underside of the High Line.
Took you long enough.
Got it.
Yeah. As soon as he saw the photo, he fell in line.
Rodrigo always was a sucker. That's what I'm talking about.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
What was her name again? Tatiana Maslany?
I've got to follow him.
Yes.
I was looking it up, and then he started to run away. That's right, this is mission. I remember it.
Where's
right
it getting
now.
off? Tapping into the train system should help me follow the train's path.
This is the one where I got hit by the train because I was riding on top of the train, and I thought I could just ride on top of the train.
Carmen,
and duck.
the blackmailer met some guy under the
just
High Line.
smacked your brain into the concrete and died.
Yes, yes, that is accurate.
He went to prison years ago on a robbery charge.
Casino plans and a criminal record. Not a great combination. I need to find out who else is in on it.
If they're hitting the casino, they'll need at least a wheelman and a safecracker. I watch a lot of heist movies.
Sounds like it. I'll let you know what I find out.
Probably aren't that accurate when you have superheroes and supervillains, though, you know. You know what I mean? Like, when Spider-Man can just come in and fuck your day up, you can't just have someone to crack the safe and someone to get you away. You gotta have someone that can deal with Spider-Man. So I was watching Dark Knight last night.
I should head over near the subway exit and wait for him to get out.
Haven't watched that in a little while. Such a good movie.
He's heading for that office building.
Wow, street performers are getting good.
Does he have like a tracker on him or something? How can he see that he's in the elevator? You know what I mean?
Plot.
He has some Dark Knight shit hacking people's phones, man. I'm telling you. What'd you do if you're just you're just in your house and you just see Spider-Man?
I would be like, oh, hi, Spider-Man. How you doing, Toby?
Can't trust him. Anyway, it's done. He's already picking up our safe.
What's up, Andrew?
Look at that.
Roman's ready and we are running late.
I like how they have
the
the two enemies marked on my map and shit, but like...
But not, yeah.
I have all the evidence I need. Now I just have to stop that car.
Those cars.
What a lahara bumbo. Spider-Man ripped me from my car. He totally kicked my ass and ripped me from the car.
Wait, did you see how many people they just hit?
From the car. Just hit those people with the car.
Not what I wanted to
It's not for nothing. Did you notice that how when Spider-Man pulls these guys out, he donkey punched him in the back of the head and then left him up and then pulls him out of the car? He just punches him in the back of the head.
Alright, and now in theory, that's bullshit. Why did they pull to the side instead of just stopping right in front of it? Oh, they got out anyway. You really think that's a good idea, dude? I just murdered your buddies. Just straight up murder.
Just imagine you've gone through this whole thing, you're the last man standing, alright, Spider-Man, I'm gonna give you what for, and then he just you onto the wall with a web.
After throwing a car door at you.
After hitting me with a car door.
Into a fence. Oh, looks like a wooden wall,
I've got a contact on the
barricade,
force.
never mind.
She'll help Rodrigo, especially if he'll agree to testify about the black.
And now, like,
He will.
when they're out of jail and all that, if this car, what if this car was someone that was like not involved, like a friend, they were borrowing it, and now they gotta hope their insurance covers acts of Spider-Man. Actually, you know what? That's a good thing.
He probably
Do
doesn't.
insurance cover acts of Spider-Man when you're on the street and all of a sudden Spider-Man decides to use you as a roving police van and you just...
as a wall decoration?
And he just puts like 8 hostile people on your car and they're like trying to get off, denting and breaking your car. What do you do in that situation? You're stuck inside the vehicle, and they're trying to break out.
What
and they're, like,
insurance
breaking the
company
windows.
could feasibly exist in the Marvel universe and not make people pay out the ass?
Yeah, let's just land on people.
Especially
dude.
since
That's
like
nice.
you have Spider-Man and the majority of his rogues gallery all in New York. The Fantastic Four are in New York. Daredevil, the Punisher, the Avengers, Doctor Strange.
A couple of those
all
guys
of their enemies
are not light on the mayhem. You know what I mean? Like, they are not light at the Hall. They are like mayhem plus freaking Punisher. You know how much damage and stuff that like. Also, like, unless they have insurance, that's a lot of hospital bills that got covered.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the small guys aren't going to be able to afford it, and with, you know, him constantly putting the big bosses away, then, like... So you would think, in theory, crime would start going down because there would be less people being able to get crime.
Like, theoretically speaking, Marvel New York, crime would be almost non-existent because nobody could afford it.
Except for the massive players, so it's like once every 5 years when massive players come out.
It would be Kingpin. It would just be Kingpin, and nobody else could afford it.
Yeah.
If that is in fact the case,
then there'd be like outsourced ones coming in.
Would be
like I don't know, some other villains coming into that city because they're pissed.
in which Wilson Fisk was brought down.
Well, Stinky,
The demons poured into, like the
I think the wonderful people, they've enjoyed our show today. They've had such a great time listening to us wax poetic on the legality of insurance in the Marvel Universe. But I think it's time I whizzled my teeth elsewhere, hit the old dusty trail, and sharded.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work for a bit. You know, in a couple hours I'll be able to get back on. Maybe we can do some Twitcher later.
Yes. Check us out on our Twitch stream at the Twitcher.
The Twitcher.
The Twitcher. Twitcher 3.
Death March.
Death March. Whee! You got anything for the people?
No, that's it.
Alright, bye.
Have a good evening, y'all.